One of the things I found really interesting in your book is you said that your parents originally did not want to have children because they knew they were choosing to live in a way that would make parenting more difficult.
Right. Yes. My father had been a Josephite priest, and my mother was a religious of the Sacred Heart of Mary nun. And so they had made the decision decades earlier to not be parents and commit themselves to broader kind of parenting or mentoring. They were both educators within their orders. Having children was, they kind of thought that it would be antithetical to this austere kind of, once they were excommunicated and no longer shielded by or kind of enveloped in the church, they sought to make basically a lay monastery of resistance, community of like-minded individuals coming together to sustain the kind of resistance they thought would be necessary after the Vietnam War was over. They didn't see kids as fitting neatly into that very austere, rigorous life they envisioned for themselves. And so when we came along, not to get too graphic about it, but Catholics didn't know a lot about how these things worked. We were all surprises in different ways. They realized we could fit in, and we did. Other kids were a part of our community called Jonah House in Baltimore, Maryland. Other kids fit in, but it was not a typical childhood by any means. Not that anybody really lives a typical life, but we lived in active community with mostly single adults. As I said, there were other couples and children who were part of that. People moved through. Lots of people stayed for a year or 3 years. Some people were part of our daily lives for decades. We were very poor. It was all very rigorous, very regimented. They kind of replicated the best of monastic life in a lay situation. Meals were at particular times. We all ate together. We shared responsibility for making meals. Childcare was a task like all of the other tasks shared amongst the adults.